TGIF, hurry.
That's it, man. We're ready to roll. It's the end of the week. Man, the Cowboys play Sunday, man. I'm excited, man.
Me too, man. And we actually have a special guest, so let's welcome him. Well, let's welcome him in, right? Everybody that's tuning in, welcome, Mailman Phil.
What's up, everybody? What's up,
Mailman,
Cowboys Nation?
yes, sir.
And
Yes,
we
sir.
are those boys.
Yes, sir. So,
That's it.
let me just give everybody a proper introduction, right? Because I mean, a lot of us back home, we actually probably follow his page and we don't even know, right?
Yeah.
So it's finally great to get to see this uh to be able to interact with go ahead if you can just give us an introduction of your page real quick. No man.
so, so the page that I started actually came from me trying to be, I guess the word would be nice or nice to the rest of my Facebook friends that I knew weren't Cowboys fans. So I didn't want to flood their whole Facebook feed with just Cowboy stuff. So I just made a page, the Dallas Cowboys Collaboration, because it would just be a collaboration of just a whole bunch of Cowboy stuff from different pages, from highlights from the games, from I even go every week and do like a throwback Thursday or flashback Friday, and just to preview the next opponent. So again, I didn't want to flood my page with all of that stuff, and to be rude to everybody else who I was Facebook friends with. But I didn't realize that the page would go up to 55,000 followers. So something's going right. I'm
This-
doing something right.
I, I think that deserves a round of applause, man.
So Jerry Phil's a lot nicer guy than we are because I would flood my page, baby.
Hey, hey, I'll tell you this, man, the hate for the Cowboys is
It's
real,
real,
man.
man.
I mean, not only is it like okay, like at first I thought it was just like I thought it was just like junior high beefing, you know what I mean, and a little
Right, right.
little beefing. No, we're talking about like years later beefing. Like I mean, there it's crazy, and not only that, but the media now, like they say, you know what? How do we stay relevant? Let's hate on the Cowboys, and it's crazy
You're
because
right about that.
they're all lined up, man.
Yeah.
From the four letter. I don't want to. I'm not. I don't want to be canceled, so I'm playing my cards. Four letter sports flagship to a three letter flagship
That's right.
to the actual network. I mean, wow, it looks like everybody just completely hates the Cowboys and do not want to see them succeed, which hey, by all means, man, because you know what? It just burns this fuel in us, right? And all of us as Cowboy Nations, it's awesome because this is the beauty is that we can all come together like right now and we can, like your page says, do a collaboration and tell
Hmm.
people, hey man, it's not we're not just showing you stats. Because if you want to compare stats, you want to start throwing stats around, shoot, Cowboys put up probably the best stats out there, man.
Yep.
And we'll show you stats, but then we'll break down exactly what we're seeing, and we literally show you footage. Like, what
That's
I mean,
right.
are
That's
you
right.
that blind to not
That's
see
right.
you're witnessing right now? But Harvey, go ahead and take over, man. I get a little
Yeah,
bit.
so I just want to give a little recap of everybody. I met Phil through just sending a message. Hey, man, we're starting this Cowboy Cast. We want to see if you reach out. And I reached out to him, and he hit me back, man. He said, "Yeah, man, I'm excited. Let's do this." What the funny part is, I'll tell people. I'm not gonna tell you exactly where I'm from, but we literally live like 15 minutes from each other in
Yep.
Maryland.
Yep.
It's pretty
Yep.
crazy, man. This world is really, it's a lot smaller than people think. But no, I reached out to him. I saw his stuff. I thought it was pretty good. And obviously, Phil, thank you so much. We're blessed to have you, man.
Sure, man.
Thank,
Um,
thank
but
you.
question is, right, Phil?
Hmm.
What do you think the state of the Cowboys are right now? How do you like warm and fuzzy? How do you feel about them?
Well, before I answer that, I want to go back to what Jerry just said about everybody hating the Cowboys. I don't really necessarily think everybody hates the Cowboys. I think that the media knows that if they talk about the Cowboys, you're going to get ratings. So that guy that you're talking about from the four-letter network, that SAS, I think deep down he's a Cowboys fan.
I love it, man. I love it.
I think he's really a Cowboys fan. But the state of the Cowboys right now. So let me. So one thing that I really do not like, and I still can't understand, and everybody laughs at me because I still can't get a real clear cut answer about this. Why did we let Amari Cooper leave?
Ooh. Why you doing that, man? I feel
I
like
had I had to, man,
ah,
because
man.
all of this talk about Odell Beckham and Michael Gallup. I'm glad Michael Gallup's coming around. I love it. But all the Odell Beckham talk, and now we're talking about James Washington coming back, and all of this receiver talk. We already had Amari Cooper under contract. So even this year, I don't know if you guys paid attention. They are paying Amari Cooper $6.8 million against the cap this year. Cleveland's paying him, I believe, $5 million. So we're paying him more than Cleveland is, and he's playing for them. So I really don't understand that. But other than that, I really like the way that they are adjusting because we got into a with Jason Garrett there for so long. We never adjusted to anything. We never adjusted ever. So even though we're getting off to these slow starts that I don't really like, but the adjustments I like that. So as far as the coaching and trying to get Sean Payton, I don't know about that now because hey, we do have a Super Bowl winning head coach, right? That is coming around and showing us how to adjust. So I like what I'm seeing. I like that for right now.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, so the thing for me, Amari Cooper, right? I don't think we talked about that much on the
Okay.
show. So
Okay.
for me, I think all the information that I've gathered, right, from
Mhm.
everything I've heard, I think a lot of people were saying he is a very emotional player.
Okay.
So he was very up and down. So if you could see, like, if things didn't go his way, he
Mhm.
really wouldn't run a route the way he wanted. And you saw it in sometimes in some of the games where it seemed like he just disappeared.
Right.
So,
Right.
I mean, how telling is that? But you see the signs that it did happen.
Right.
I don't know about Mari Cooper because he's one of those players where you're like, is he happy? Is he sad? He just didn't have an emotion like
Right.
that he
Right.
showed in it, you know? So I think a lot of it had to do with maybe that and maybe the salary. We're paying him $20 million, and
Right.
they kind of they already understand like, hey, maybe we made a mistake. Don't get me wrong, he was great for us, but I don't know I think that's everybody doesn't understand what happened during that time, but that's
All right.
kind of my opinion on it. So,
Okay. So
but
hold on. So I agree with everything that you said, and that's what most people come back to me and say that he was getting paid too much. We never knew if we could trust him or anything. But here's one thing: when he was there, C.D. Lamb never saw a double team, and C.D. Lamb never saw the other team's number one corner. Right?
you're right. Yeah.
So to me, just those two things alone were worth paying him what you were giving. And think about this: you were going to give how much do you think they were going to give Odell Beckham?
Honestly, I don't think they were gonna give him 20 million. I don't think that
Okay,
was even close. I don't even think they're
okay,
gonna give him 10 million
okay,
because I
okay.
think Jerry did his homework and I think he knew he was hurt already, if that makes sense. But I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I'm still here.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't think they were gonna give him that amount of money, to be honest. So
I got a notification saying that they couldn't hear you guys on TikTok live. So I was trying to figure that out. But
Oh, okay,
so I'm sorry about that. But I heard the question, and I'll tell you, I've had this conversation with Harvey. I
okay,
told I said, you know what? I think that it's coming down to an attitude thing because if you look back, I mean, a great example is Jalen Smith, man. Uh, Look at him against when he played against us recently in the Giants. What I mean, what did he do? He dropped an elbow from the top rope. I mean, I guess he thought he was in
He was
rest.
Randy Savage. He was
Yeah,
Randy Savage,
yeah. He thought he was Randy Savage, right?
the
Let
Macho
me
Man.
hold on. Let me see. For those that are live on TikTok, can you hear me right now? Just give me like a thumbs up or a thumbs down. I want to make sure we you guys can hear. Just give me like a thumbs up or
Yeah.
you can hear. Okay, how about when you guys talk?
Can you hear
Can
me?
Yeah, I think they can hear us.
you can hear? Harvey? Okay, cool. So, anyways, just to kind of clarify what I was trying to say, we look
Hmm.
at Jalen Smith. For whatever reason, Jalen Smith after he got paid, I don't want to say like okay, there's a decline in the actual play because there was some plays where he looked like he took off. You know what I mean? And
Right.
then from there, from what we were hearing a little bit of locker room chatter about him kind of mouthing out towards Jason Garrett, and so
Okay.
bring in Mike McCarthy. Mike McCarthy's always been a disciplinarian, so
Right.
he's looking to establish a culture, right? And when you're trying to
Right.
win a Super Bowl, especially, we probably didn't appreciate this of Mike McCarthy up until recently.
Hmm.
Uh, how about them Cowboys? I'm getting some love for the TikTok. But yeah, man, how about the Cowboys? But just to kind of clear up and finish that little topic off, I think with Amari, I think that was enough, man. When he would be, like at like pretty much at the edge where players can be at, you know what I mean? There's a certain area on the sideline where a player can't go, they can't cross that area on the sideline. And when you
Right.
see Amari Cooper standing there by himself and the rest of the teams on this side and the coaching staffs on this side, man, that is more diva than a passionate receiver like what we had in Des Bryant or OBJ, right?
Or
Because
To, right?
or To,
Uh-huh.
a great example. So I just think that, I think at that point, Cowboys had to make a decision because they need to clean up the books, right? Uh,
Okay.
the Cowboys needed to clean up their books, right? Because I don't know about Zeke coming back this year. I'm pretty sure they're going to try to see if they can keep, which is your Facebook profile, right? Tony Pollard.
Tony Pollard. That's right. That's
That's
right.
gonna be hard, man, because when you look at right now at the current state, Saquon Barkley's on that list, and then Tony Pollard. So there's going to be some running backs, but I think everybody's going to start targeting towards Tony Pollard because he's been durable and he has less traction on those wheels, man. So, and when it comes to running backs, man, the less tread on those tires, the better that it is, and the more that they will give them opportunity and more money.
Man,
CD,
speaking of Tony Pollard, I
somebody,
never expected him to be the running back that he ended up being.
somebody, somebody,
Never.
somebody that say to us, right? CD Lamb is doing great. So I don't know if
He
any,
is.
I don't know who wants to comment on that first.
Oh
But
yeah.
okay. So what have you seen? Because right now the one thing that we've been having to deal with is CD Lamb on number one. What do you think, Mailman?
Oh, I love him as the number one, but
Is he a
I,
is
I,
he a number one?
absolutely, absolutely. Now,
Woo! Let's
now
go.
he is. Yeah, he's absolutely a number one.
I
And you know what? I'm proud of the way that that they're using him now too. Because at first they weren't putting him in motion like they are now and giving him handoffs, and they're just making sure that they get him touches like Cooper Cup. Cooper Cup was just he
here.
is the way that they make sure that they get him his targets. It is just great. It's great.
So
Hold on.
the thing I think for me, go ahead, Jerry.
I just want to make sure. Is the technical difficulties?
Yeah,
You
it's
can't hear
not.
us.
No, not in TikTok.
You can only hear me.
Yep.
All right, TikTok. Hey, go find us on YouTube. Go find us on Facebook, man. I need to figure this out. I'll reset it. I love you guys. I'm sorry that this has to happen, but for whatever reason, I couldn't get it to go. I'm gonna end the stream on TikTok, but we're
Tell,
gonna continue this. If you want to catch us, make sure follow us on Facebook. the Cowboy Cast, and on YouTube, the Cowboy Cast. It's not that hard. You'll find it. Trust me. Go look for us right now. All right, cool. So I just need to see what's going on.
Okay.
Yeah, for whatever reason, TikTok's kind of a funny beast. I mean,
Yeah, I think I was gonna tell Phil. CD had a rough time in the beginning of the season, man.
Mm-hmm.
But I think you're starting to see them. If you notice, they're putting him in motion a lot more,
Mhm.
and
Yep.
they're trying to find the mismatch, right?
Uh-huh.
So if they're gonna travel with him, then they know they're playing man, or they're making somebody travel with CD. But I think, like you said before, early on the show, I like the fact that they're making adjustments now.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So I think that's going to help us in the long run. Leaving CD out there by himself and getting doubled and triple team is not the answer.
No.
Like, we need to
No.
move him around as much as possible
Yep.
in order for this offense to start clicking, right? So yeah, he had a rough start in the beginning, and I think now they
Mm-hmm.
realize, okay, let's move him around,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yep.
that's been working the last couple of weeks.
Yep.
So obviously we're going to continue to see that going out through the season. Um, but yeah, I mean, people are so judgmental so quick, right? Cowboy fans, man, they're stingy. They're like, I want it now, you
All right,
know?
hold on.
So
Which one of you is a big CD fan? Because somebody's a CD fan. Which one? All right, I got it. I get you. So here's one other point before we move on from CD. The if you go all the way back to Jerry Rice, to Michael Irvin, to T.O., any receiver, they always said back to John Madden and Pat Summerall, get them the ball early and often, right?
yep,
So
yep.
that's what they seem like they're doing more of that with CD Lamb now, getting them the ball early and often.
Yep.
Yeah.
you know, I will. I just want to add one thing also to CeeDee Lamb. I think, like Carvey said, people are so judgmental, but man, CeeDee Lamb hasn't really had Dak Prescott. You know, his rookie year or
That's
That's
true.
true.
his third year too, man. I mean, the combined. I think 2021 was really the one year he had, and
Mm-hmm.
he had a great year. You know,
Fantastic.
but you know,
Fantastic.
you still had the diva of Amari Cooper, you know, acting a fool on the sideline. Don't get me wrong. I love Amari Cooper. I love what he
No,
did.
you don't. No, you don't.
I love what he did for the Cowboys, but I'll tell you this, man. When I look back at that, like that's too much attention. We're trying to win a Super Bowl, man. 27 seasons, and
That's true.
I'll tell you this. As me, I'm from Texas. I live in Texas. Don't get
Okay.
me wrong. I love. I've been all over the world. Trust me,
Okay.
but I'm a Texas boy. I was born in Texas. I was actually born in Greenville, Texas, which is literally 35-minute drive northeast from Dallas. So I grew
Okay.
up, I'm from Dallas. I go visit. I have family in Dallas. My uncle's probably watching right now. His name is Juan. You can call him Johnny if you want, but his name is Juan. Like, I love my family, and I got a ton of family in Garland area. Like, I have
Okay.
family in Dallas, Texas. So
Okay.
being a Cowboy thing is not just because I'm from, South Texas, because that's the valleys.
Right.
It's a different geographic here, but just kind of growing up, I was 8 years old, I believe, when we started like making pushes into, you know what I'm saying? Well,
Right.
I was like probably like 7 when I was like, man, who's the Michael Irvin guy? You know what I mean?
Okay. Okay.
You know,
Okay.
like who's this Michael Irvin? Why is my dad cheering for this team that, man, that star looks pretty? These are my thoughts, at the age of 7, age of 8,
Okay.
at the age of 8, seeing, they brought in a guy named Troy Aikman, and everybody's talking about Troy Aikman. And so I got to, I started growing into this. And so I grew up seeing championships. So
Okay.
going on 27 years, man. I mean, I'll tell you this, I built up a thick skin. Yeah, I have trust issues, man. I do, man. I really do
Hey,
have trust issues.
hey,
Like, it's so hard, but I will tell you this. Last week, I'm gonna admit this right now. I want to go live on TikTok so bad. I'm gonna admit this right now on live. I know for a fact we're talking about a different Dallas Cowboys team because I forgot to wear my lucky socks,
uh-oh.
and we won,
Uh-oh.
and we won by a big margin.
Okay. All
And
right.
you know what? I don't tune into. I really don't tune into these guys. In the mornings, I really don't. But
Okay.
I heard Skip Bayless had a similar situation. He says he don't care about the channel that we're playing on, or or where he's sitting at. You know what I mean? Because we as Cowboys, we all have our traditions, man.
You already know. You
I,
already know.
I know there's probably some people out there that have their draws, right? That they gotta wear those draws because they're gonna win. But I'll tell you this: for me, it was socks, and I just forgot them. I just forgot that day. It was a busy day. We played Sunday night, which is like for
Yep.
whatever.
It threw everything off, right?
It threw it off, and I forgot.
Yeah.
So, and look at the margin that we won. So this week, I feel confident. We're facing the Texans.
You got your socks ready already, right?
No. I'm not gonna wear the socks because
okay.
Like I believe I heard this from Skip Bayless. He said, you know what? I don't think we need to be superstitious anymore with this team because this team is obviously geared in the right direction.
Okay.
So I'm excited. Like you said, they've been using CeeDee Lamb. They've really been scheming him open. I'll tell you this: when the 49ers stopped us last year, we weren't using CeeDee Lamb and Dalton Schultz like that. Those guys were running. They were running like pretty much go routes, post, post. I mean, literally, they were going out like beyond a simple little just a simple passing play. Now you actually see them attacking the over and the under, right? You have
they sure are.
You have Dalton Schultz attacking the middle of the linebacker, and you have CeeDee Lamb going right in front of the linebacker. So it's beautiful, man. Like I'll tell you this: yes, there's NFC. The NFC is really wide open right now. Luckily for us, there's just two teams that we really have to kind of make sure that we bring our A game. And on one of them, they lost their quarterback, so I feel bad for them. I'm gonna try to go live again, Harvey. So
okay, that's fine.
If you can't give me a sound check. 3, 2, 1. Johnny G Flow. Thank you for liking the video.
Look, you took me back, man. You took me back talking about Troy Aikman and Michael Irvin and all of that, man.
We actually got.
I'm older than you, as you can see. So when you said Michael Irvin, I know Michael Irvin from the U from Miami. Okay. You know what I mean? Yeah. So all of those players you were naming, when they got those players, we good? When they got those players, I already knew we're about to be good. We're about to be good. So one thing I think that it was underrated about Jimmy Johnson, the fact that he recruited most of those guys.
Yeah, you're right.
And he recruited all of the guys that he was playing against.
You're right.
So he already knew he had like an upper hand with a lot of that stuff. And like, man, when I saw, even when Dallas got Steve Walsh, I knew him from Miami. So I was like, wait a minute, he's going to give Troy Aikman a run for his money. But, once you get to the pros, Troy Aikman had the bigger arm. He had it up here. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that was great.
I read the book, man. I read his book. It's called
Sweat.
No, that's a new book. Which you really want to talk about that one, Harvey? But it was the one before that. In fact, it's right here.
And this is whose book?
This is Jimmy Johnson's book.
Oh, okay. All right.
Turning the thing around, man. I'll tell you this is crazy, man, because you actually get to see all of how all these coaches, Barry Switzer, which he took over. Barry Switzer, Jimmy Johnson, they were all right there during this whole circus that the Cowboys had started. Yep. Well, the circus started with Jerry Jones coming into town, right? But like at everything that happened, when I say the circus, Tom Landry leaving, all that stuff. But it's crazy because he actually talks about Troy Aikman, and he was at the U, and he was trying to recruit Troy Aikman to go to the U. And Troy Aikman stayed with he went to with Oklahoma. I think he had an injury, and then he transferred out to UCLA. So
hold on before you go further. When he was at Oklahoma, he was an option quarterback, right?
Option quarterback, yeah.
That's crazy. I still can't believe that Troy Aikman was an option quarterback.
Yeah,
I'm sorry for cutting you off.
No, but it's awesome though. Look, we got Ramiro. Ramiro's a day one for us right here. Mailman, if you want to say what's up, say say what's up. You can say what's up. He says what up.
So we back on TikTok?
Yeah, we're back on TikTok.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, yeah.
And
What's up to everybody on the Cowboys cast? I'm just glad these guys found me and and pulled me in with them.
yes,
So
sir.
this is a treat right here. As
Yes,
you see, I'm just getting off work, but I had to join these guys, man.
that's
Yeah.
These
awesome.
are my new cousins right here.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. We got to jump. Oh, Ramiro, he's actually a day one for us. Ramiro said,
Okay.
"What up, boys? Can't wait to see Tyron Smith against Washington." Oh, Ram, I hate to tell you, I hate to break the news. I don't think he's gonna be playing against Washington. I think they're gonna
No,
hold him.
I think he's saying and Washington.
Oh, my bad. You're
Yeah.
right. They are gonna play James Washington. That was announced.
Yeah.
So yes, you're right. To get back those, to get back those puzzles. You know how you were saying about you're the one who mentioned it earlier about Odell, right?
Uh-huh.
We're getting James Washington back this week, so
Right.
we're gonna have a little sprinkle to our offense, man. It's gonna be
Yeah.
kind
Right.
of cool to see. Ramiro also chimed in. Nick Eatman has a good book out. If these walls could talk, it's very good. You know what?
Okay.
I actually heard about that book. There's another book also. If you like, you know what I'm saying? Like I like studying history. I like that stuff. Good,
Mhm.
good recommendation, Ram. There's another one called when the tuna came in. Man, I wish I was a little bit more ready for this.
I see he's got research for days back there,
He
right?
does. He does,
I
man.
love
He's
it.
got
I
he
love it. I love it.
Yeah,
we don't mess around, mailman.
this one's
I
called
love it, man.
"When the Tuna Went Down to Texas." So they're talking about Bill Parcells in this one. So
Okay.
it tells you exactly, like they break down what Bill Parcells' mindset was and what he was trying to do. And man,
Right.
we had a superstar at the edge with DeMarcus Ware. We had Marcus Spears. Hey, he
Yep.
found Tony Romo. I mean, he's a part of
Don't forget Chris Canty.
yeah, Chris Canty.
That was
Canty.
my guy right there, man.
Jay Ratliff. Remember
Uh-huh.
him? He's also
Oh yeah.
seventh
Oh
round.
yeah.
Yeah, man. So you're talking
Yep.
about a really competitive team that Bill Parcells was able to do. So, but man, we've gotten so far off subject, but it's good though,
I
man.
love it. I love it. This is perfect for me.
It is perfect for me because we're staying relevant, but we're making people understand why we're Cowboys fans. If you
Yep.
go to our TikTok page, it's the only TikTok we have pinned. And believe it or not, guys, I did that all with my cell phone. Okay, I did that whole entire edit with my cell phone. So thank you. It has like I believe it had like 44,000 views, right? Something
Uh-huh.
like that, Harvey. I don't know.
That was Mr. Irvin. Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That's classic. That is classic right there.
That was Michael Irvin, Emmett Smith, man, and that's kind of what we kind of grew up into seeing. So, yeah, the Cowboys Nation, yeah, we're frustrated. We want a Super Bowl. We want that Super Bowl. We don't just want it once. We want to go back to back.
Right.
No, you know what?
Right.
We want a three-peat, bro. I mean, we want to be the first team to ever do this in the NFL. And I tell it to Harvey so much, man. I get so passionate about it too. Is I think that right now the reason people are such haters of the Cowboys, especially right now, hey, DC for life for sure, man. Some love on TikTok. You guys can't see it, but it's on the TikTok. But I will say this: I believe the reason there's so much hate is because Will McClay, Stephen Jones, and obviously Jerry Jones have constructed a roster that is really young.
Mhm.
And they've constructed a roster around, Dak Prescott's contract, because a lot of people get upset that, well, Dak is getting paid, 40 some odd $million a year. Well, you know what? The going rate is like at 50 million now. So
Now, yeah.
would you take him at 40 or would you take him at 50?
Right.
You got to be careful. You got to be careful. You got to choose your, I guess choose your battles wisely. But I'll tell you this, I trust 100% in Will McClay. I think Will McClay has done a phenomenal job.
Mhm.
I even tell Harvey, this is the conversation we didn't even think about making this a topic, but it became a topic on one of our lives. I said, Harvey, do you think that maybe perhaps Will McClay kind of got frustrated with the tendencies on offense and said, you know what, the hell with this. I'm just going to bring in the right players on defense.
Right.
I'm going to give Dan Quinn the players he needs so
Right.
he can go and get and construct and put together a defense that could carry the offense when the offense is stuck in their tendencies.
Well, hold on. I kind of like the new offensive tendencies with all the tight ends. Come on now,
Yes.
you don't
Yeah.
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
Fergus shot that they call him.
Fergus
Yeah.
shots.
Yeah.
Yeah, we call it Fergus
but
shots.
but
I love
I think that having all of those tight ends helps Dak though because he
Yeah.
seems like he likes. I think Dak never they never replaced Cole Beasley. And remember, that was like his safety blanket. Everybody said Jason Witten, but Jason Witten was really Romo's safety blanket. Cole Beasley was really Dak Prescott's safety blanket, and they never replaced him. So hopefully, CeeDee Lamb for you, Jerry,
that.
is now his safety blanket. But yeah, I kind of like the offense now with the as long as they stick with the run. Stick with that
Yeah.
Yeah.
run, man. Stick with it. Cause let's go back to the '90s Cowboys. If you remember, they would start the game out with Troy Aikman throwing the ball, but once that second half came, you couldn't stop Emmett in that offensive line. You couldn't stop him.
Hold on, I gotta give a shout out, man, because we have somebody on TikTok that's following. He says his name is Bigadam, 1978, fan from Houston. What's up, fellas? Hey, round of applause, man.
All right. Hey, look. He might get the rubbing it. So he's from Houston, right?
And he's a cowboy. He's
That
Cowboy
that's this
Nation.
week. That's this week. He'll have
Hey,
a ball.
hats off. Yeah, come on. Hey, it's a great segment, right? Because it's a Houston
Yeah,
versus Cowboy thing.
yeah.
Hey, shout out to Houston. They're Texas. They're Texas, just like Dallas. Uh, Obviously, and also the Astros won the World Series this year. Can this really be a Texas year? That is
Yeah.
the question that everybody's kind of gearing up for, right? Especially if you're from Texas. That's just one of those things. I know you might not be from Texas right now, but maybe one day you're gonna be here in Texas.
So
It's cheaper.
Phil,
It's
so
cheaper here in Texas.
Phil, real
Uh-huh.
quick, so what's the warm and fuzzy on Houston? Is it another Green Bay game or is it just another day
You
at
mean
the office?
you mean what I expect?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are the Cowboys eating the cheese? That's what Harvey
All right,
wants.
all right. So here's what I expect to happen. I hope it doesn't, but I've been to so many games this year, and it seems like it's a theme. We start off slow, so I'm expecting the halftime score to be like 10-3, something like that, and then we go into halftime and come out and do what we're supposed to do, and I'm expecting about 31-10.
Ooh.
Yeah, 31-10. But you already know it's going to be close at halftime the way we do. You know how we do.
So on TikTok, his name was Adam. It was Big Adam. I knew I wanted to say that, but I didn't want to mess it up. But I did mess it up. And he says he's a Cowboy and DC for life. That's what he said.
There
So
you go. There you
shout
go.
out to DC for life. Hey, I love what you're saying. I will say this. I don't see those tendencies happening anymore, Mel,
Okay.
man. I'm
All
sorry.
right. I'll take it. I'll take it.
I think we'll all take it, man. But
Look, they causing me to go through too much Hennessy, man. Hey, by the way, Jerry, I need one of those new chats, man.
I'll tell you this one right now. I love the seg. Is it segue, right?
Uh
Segue.
huh.
So
Oh, you got a fresh new chat. That's
that's
what I call them, the new chats.
yeah,
Those are Ben DiNucci's hats, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
Yep,
there
yep, yep,
you
yep.
go. Somebody knows what's up. So
Oh,
this,
come on. That's why you brought me on here.
this is actually a very popular. It's a very popular, especially right now. They're pretty much all sold out with these caps. Obviously,
Right.
I mean, if people if they wanted this cap, I would give it away. But this is actually a part of the giveaway. And
Okay.
believe it or not, Mailman, you can enter too. All you gotta do is follow our YouTube channel.
Okay. All right.
That's
Oh, I
it.
already do that.
Yeah.
that.
Oh, well, then as long as you're public and we can see your email address, we'll throw you into a little spin cycle, and
Okay.
Yep.
whatever name comes out on Sunday, we will announce your name. So it's this Sunday, guys. So you got literally Friday, Saturday. We got today, Saturday, and Sunday, right? Because we do a kickoff show on Sundays, me and Harvey.
Okay.
And you know what? Maybe if you're not busy, maybe you can come on that one too.
Absolutely.
and you can kind of give your final predictions, your
Okay.
your final score.
Okay.
Because I told you this, the Cowboys started at 14 favorites in this game at the beginning of the week. Now we're at 17 and
17. Yep.
17. It's crazy how it just climb. But I will tell you this. I understand we kind of we do have our tendencies to have a slow start, but I think that right now, from hearing, if you hear how we break down, because we go live Monday through Friday, if you
Okay.
break down, I mean, we're not just telling you what he said, she says. No, we're bringing you audio clips of what Mike McCarthy is getting
Right.
the team ready. We bring you the audio clip of Dan Quinn talking about the situation. We hear the audio clip of Kellen Moore talking about it, and then we even sprinkle a little bit of Dak or a little bit of whatever player was able
Right.
to talk to the press. So
Mhm.
therefore, we did the homework for you. So when you come home, you get to come to one spot and you find it, and
That's
we
right.
play it. We'll play the audio. We'll listen to it together, and there's an actual discourse, a section, like for instance the one that we saw Ramiro be a part of. But this week it was very unique, mailman. Harvey, we heard it from Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn, as of recent, has been helping Kellen Moore. Harvey, go ahead and finish the rest. I don't need.
Yeah, so what they've been doing, man, is they've been asking Dan Quinn questions on how to attack defenses, different formations, and where they're, what when this guy does this, what do you think that means? So they've actually been working together to figure out a game plan to attack defenses. So that's kind of unique. I don't think we've ever really heard that from the head coach.
I like that.
Um, so yeah, man. So that just tells you that, in my opinion, Mike McCarthy knows his jibes on the line. So it's all hands on deck, right? Like I need everything I can get. So
That's
that's
right.
very interesting, Melman, for me that I've never really heard Mike McCarthy say.
And we've never even heard Dan Quinn. It was
No.
Dan Quinn from his own lips. He said,
Right.
"Yeah, I'm in there with Kellen, and I'll tell him if the tendencies because I know them, or
Right.
I just look at the defense and I can tell them, oh, this is what they're running. So this is
That makes a
cool.
whole lot of sense.
Not only is
A
that,
whole lot of sense.
and you know what? It's crazy because it started with us seeing the defense kind of meshing. I mean, they have a unique bond. Seeing Trayvon Diggs and Micah Parsons, like, have you seen the interactions that they have on the sideline together? It's
Oh
like,
yeah.
man, they look amazing. They look like
Yeah.
it looks like brothers. They literally look like old big brother, little brother, like right like a year apart from each other, having fun. I saw them fighting over Stephon Gilmore's jersey. Like that's the kind of stuff that you like to see. But obviously, you start seeing now. We're starting to see that being contagious along the with the team, right? I mean, not only did they get all sick these last couple of weeks, but now the offense is flowing, man. Like you
Mhm.
see now,
Yeah.
like they're cheering for each other. I mean,
Yep.
we saw CD and Dak. I mean, they were in unison when they're doing the celebration with
Uh-huh.
the Salvation
Uh-huh.
Army. So
Yep.
I'm just saying there's something very infectious. Not those words sound so ugly, but there's some
No. You're right. You're right. That
it,
was perfect.
it's contagious, right? Like winning is
Mhm.
contagious, and I believe Dan Quinn has really I mean, he's really stamped his I mean, literally, like I believe he has changed the culture by working with Mike McCarthy. They both single-handedly changed the entire culture. Now
Right.
you got a whole unit, not just defense. Now you got offense, defense, and special teams, and
Mhm.
they're all working together. So not
Yep.
only it started with the defense, and now we can see it kind of trickle down to the offense, but now you see it. It's like now it's a whole team thing. Now we see that the coaches are all working together. It's like
Yep.
this is a force that I don't. If I'm any team and I have a great record, I don't want to see them. I don't want to
Nope.
face them. I'll tell you
Nope.
that much right now. And Adam just shouted. Adam just gave a big shout out right now. Said, well, not shout out. He just went out on the line. He said that the Cowboys are going to put up a 40 burger this week against Texans. So I love
Ooh,
that.
40
I love it.
burger.
You see,
40 burger, huh?
yeah. He says bring in Coach Prime. So I honestly I think that's the trajectory of what Deion Sanders is trying to do, right? I think he's trying
Mhm.
to work his way into the NFL, and man, I mean, he's really showed people how to be a hustler, man. I mean,
Right.
if you
Right.
if you put in the work, it's going to pay off long term. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So
Yep.
Man,
But I got a question for
I, can't-
Millman real quick.
I took over
I
the show
want-
again, man. I gotta stop
You
it.
did. I got you.
Hey, I enjoyed all of what you were saying. I just wanted to jump in and say that what you were saying, it is so funny, and I'm not trying to jump the gun, but it almost feels like the '90s, the way everything got
It
started.
does.
It
I
I
does.
don't
said that,
know.
didn't I, Jerry?
You did
Oh, okay, okay, all right, yeah,
last year too.
okay.
It's on our YouTube.
What are the things, Millman? Tell me, like,
So, all right,
what?
so just because it feels like it's organic, it's nothing like you're bringing in a whole bunch of players from other teams. You started everything from your team, with
Yeah.
Dak and Zeke and even the offensive line. I still miss Travis Frederick though, but that's
Um,
another. But I love it that they have this great offensive line like they had back then. This offensive line is way better than I thought they would be. And that, to me, that's the key to their offense, is that offensive line staying healthy. And so, even though they're bringing Tyron back, and I like the offensive line that you were talking about before we came on, but I love this offensive line, and I like the depth of the offensive line. I even like them bringing in Peters. Nobody's complaining. It just feels like '92 for some reason. And check this out. This is something that I was playing with somebody about earlier. The best teams in '92 were, before Dallas, took over. It was San Francisco. They're good. It was Philadelphia. They're good. It was in the AFC. It was Buffalo. They're up there, and Miami. So it's like, it just feels like it's just weird, like a kind of like a full circle. I hope I'm not jumping the gun, but it just feels like that. And the fact that you mentioned that, you said you mentioned it last week, so I'm not the only person that's feeling like this.
So Adam said on TikTok, I'm concerned about our secondary cornerback position. And
Okay.
we played it all week, man. We played it all week. I think we're good, man. I think that I think even Jerry Jones. I was trying to convert it to PDF, but for whatever reason it didn't convert. I wanted to show it on the screen where
Okay.
Jerry Jones put out a statement, man. Kelvin Joseph needs to seize the moment and step into his role, man, and
That's true.
understand where
Very true.
defense. If you go back and you look at last week's game, he actually didn't have that bad of a game.
Nope.
The only thing
Nope.
we said was if he could get his actual arms up, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Be a little bit
Yep.
more active. He doesn't have to go for the ball. Just get your arm up at the right time and
Right.
shoot. I think we're gonna see a lot different. So Adam, I would say yeah, we're a little bit concerned about that, but hey man, I think that we should be optimistic. If anything, the Cowboys have definitely addressed that position,
Mm-hmm.
especially the last two pickups, Kendall Sheffield and Mackenzie Alexander. So
Mm-hmm.
obviously they're adding depth and they're bringing him at the right time, right? 5 games left. I mean, that gives you some time to pick up the understanding, the scheme a little bit, and be ready for the playoffs, right? Obviously, we can't wait to get to December, and of course, the final game of the season because those are NFC East teams that we're going to be facing off. But we'll see, man.
So so can you hear Adam, or you just see what he's typing?
I'm just seeing what he's typing.
So, because I would love to know this. I have a weird philosophy when it comes to secondary, right?
Well, he just
Do-
he just he just responded. I hate when I see them give up the long ball, and we need to stay on the gas till the game ends.
I I agree with him on that. I agree with him on that. But so here's my thing with the secondary. Do you remember anybody in the secondary in the Giants 2007 or 2011 team?
You're talking about when they went to the Super Bowl?
When they won both Super Bowls. You remember anybody in the secondary?
No, man. I'm gonna be honest.
Only reason why I'm saying is my philosophy on your secondary is only as good as your pass rush.
Ooh, I love where you're going with
You
this.
see what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're
And who leads the league in sacks?
the Cowboys.
Yeah, so that, I think that's the way that you're supposed to go about your defense. Get the pass rush, stop the run, and that'll make your secondary look good. Deion Sanders even said that he can't cover somebody for 5 seconds, so get the pass rush instead of worrying about the secondary.
So Adam just gave you a shout out. He says, "Man, Mailman has a point, man."
That's what I'm here for.
It's
That's
crazy.
what. Prime
It's,
time.
it's crazy. I'm wearing my primetime shirt all day today. So,
I know that's
No,
right.
yeah, Mailman's right, man.
no, you
And
are.
not
You
only that,
absolutely
but they give a hard time to Brown so much. And don't get me wrong, I get mad too. But you also got to realize when you get thrown the ball like 30 times a game
Mhm.
towards you,
Mhm.
those
you
Yep.
get
things are
tired.
gonna happen.
Yeah.
They're
Right.
not they're not even trying to throw it to Diggs. So you
You
know,
better not.
yeah, you got to give them a little credit sometimes. But you're right, man. You had a great point.
Yeah.
The pass rush, man. Right? I feel like it's the icing on the cake. But yeah, you're right.
Hey, speaking of Diggs, though, he's not getting all the interceptions that he got last year, but he's way better than he was last year, in my opinion.
Oh
In
yeah.
my opinion, like he put up all those interceptions, but didn't he lead the league in yards given up or something?
Yep.
Not this year.
Does it?
Not this year.
But,
People are barely throwing it his way.
but I'll tell you this:
Okay.
A Dallas Cowboy hater will point out how he gave up the touchdown in this last game, and you know what? They won't let it go.
Okay.
They'll post things from November, man. We're
Right. 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 Right.
we're December 9th, right? Happy birthday, Dad. My dad, Javier, who's your tocayo, it's his birthday today.
Oh,
So
happy birthday, Javier.
Hey, enjoy. We got to get a drink going for him, right?
Yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
he's we got him a cake, so we're waiting for him.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So after we get off, we're gonna celebrate a little bit more with him. So yeah, cheers to the Javiers out there. But whew, man, we've talked so much, man, about
Wow.
the Cowboys.
I've enjoyed every minute of it.
Well, Harvey, do you have any deals?
No, all I gotta say, man, is it's funny how God works, man, in mysterious ways, right?
I was
Uh,
thinking the same thing
mail
earlier,
mail
man.
mailman, like literally, I could probably throw a rock and hit him, but no, I appreciate it, man. Thank you for the love. Thank you for coming on to the show.
Okay.
Obviously, we'll probably have you on again. But no,
Anytime.
man, thank you so much.
Anytime.
I appreciate it. Jerry, that's all I got, man. It was a good day today, man.
It was, man. I mean, you brought back some good memories, man.
We
It
did.
helped me forget about the trauma. You know what I mean?
Before I go, let you guys know a little bit about why I'm so like you said, I'm in Maryland.
Yeah.
I grew up actually in Washington D.C. in
Wow.
Redskins country, right?
No.
My mom's cousin played for the Cowboys though in
Wow.
the 70s. His name was Jethro Pugh. So he was on the Doomsday defense with Harvey Martin and Too Tall Jones and all of them. So from a baby, I was a Cowboys fan dressed in Cowboys gear like right now in Washington D.C.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That is the Cowboys' real. That's their real rivalry right there. Is the
Right,
Washington
right. Yeah,
Redskins.
yeah.
The Commanders. I mean, it's kind of hard. You guys got the reset,
Right. Yeah, yeah.
and the Philadelphia Eagles are trying to be the Cowboys. You know, they're trying to be the
Uh-huh.
Eagles, but
Uh-huh.
I mean, the record speaks for itself. We're not even in the same ballpark as them as far as the win loss ratio.
No.
We've smoked the
No.
Eagles every year. But I will say
No.
this: when are we going to see you, Millman, start your own podcast? Because I mean, obviously the the Dallas Cowboys collaboration page,
Mhm.
55,000, man. Those people need to get fed. Looking,
Look, my
looking for that
so
Cowboy steak, man.
so my biggest coach slash fan is my daughter. So she's the one who started me with. So I would always do, like I said, the clips and do the highlights and type everything. But she was like, dude, you're down here because I'm in my man cave every Sunday. Don't bother me. But I'm down there making all kinds of noise. I'm yelling and all. She was like, dude, you need to put all of that on your videos and let them hear you enjoy the game like that, right? So I was always worried about copyright, not, messing that up. She was like, turn the camera around on you. So then she was like, well, then after the games, just start talking about the games. All of your followers will like that. So I guess that's how you saw me. You saw my
Yeah.
face talking. so I guess this is my new way of getting into it, and she'll be my manager.
Hey, I'll tell you this much right now. They love you, mailman. So
Yeah, man.
they do.
Okay.
Right now, it's overwhelming, man. On TikTok, we have 2,000 likes, man. That's crazy.
Okay. Okay. All right.
We have 2,200 likes. April Ambition, I love this sweet addition. She absolutely loved the way we were able to get lost in
I'm telling you, you're my little cousins, man.
It's a real Dallas Cowboy collaboration here, man. This is
yes, absolutely. See, that's why I picked that name. That's why I picked the name. Yeah. And the only thing is on TikTok, I think it cut it down because it was too many letters, so that's why it's Dallas Cowboys Collab on
it. Anybody that's listening right now, just throw it out there. Where can they find you? Facebook, if you have Instagram, TikTok, if you have a Twitter, if you have
So on Facebook, you can either find me at Mailman Phil or Dallas Cowboys Collaboration. Dallas Cowboys Collaboration is the page. And then I also on Instagram, the same thing, Mailman_Phil. And then also Dallas Cowboys Collaboration. I just started going on Twitter probably maybe about a year or two ago. And Twitter is more politics, it feels like. But I still get a good little, good following on there. So same thing, Dallas Cowboys Collaboration or Mailman Phil. And now I'm really trying to get the YouTube side going with the same thing. So I think on YouTube is Dallas Cowboys Collaboration 2115. I don't know where the 2115 came from, but I'll take it. So everywhere you go, I'm either Mailman Phil or Dallas Cowboys Collaboration.
I love it. Hey, we'll make sure we'll bring you back on Sunday and we'll clear that up.
Okay.
And the chat is going crazy on TikTok. Yeah. It's cool, man. I'm seeing the Cowboy Nation coming alive. 3,300 likes, man. That's
all right. Good, man. Let's get this going, man. Let's get it going.
Hey, so that's it for us today. We want to say thank you to everybody that tuned in, right? Hey, Mailman, thank you so much. You know what,
man?
It's all about that star right there, baby.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Right there, baby. That's custom work right there, man. You're not gonna find that nowhere, no shop. That's custom.
I love it. I love it.
But I will say this: we have to have you on kickoff, and we'll go kickoff. You can give final predictions. How does that sound?
Okay, sounds good. Sounds perfect.
All right, hey TikTok, we love you. 3,800 likes. Woo, man. We love
Let's get it up to 4. Let's get it up to 4,000.
It's climbing. The number's climbing. 3,900. Let's get 4. Can we get the 4? Hey, remember, we got the True brand. 4,000. Let's go.
That's what we talking about. Let's give him the Michael Gallup arms like he did. Let's go.
That's for you, TikTok. Hey, don't forget, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure you're public, and that throws you into the enter, and we'll throw you into the wheel based off of your name or your email address, and I will ship this off to you, and you have yourself a Dallas Cowboys. It's a True brand. It's a Cowboys street brand where you'll see Zeke, you'll see Dak, you see CeeDee Lamb, everybody wearing that cap. 4,400 likes. Wow.
Ooh, Adam rolling.
Yeah. Adam joined in. He says, Cowboys win Sunday, and I'll rub it in for the Texas fans. Let's go, baby. A round of applause for him, right?
Thank you. You're far too kind.
4,600 likes, man. This is awesome. We got to do it again. TikTok, right. We love you. Let me sign off on TikTok. Hey, that's it for us.
This is great, man.
Yeah, this is definitely Facebook, YouTube. We love you. Remember, you guys want to join if you guys want to join the giveaway, all you gotta do is make sure that you're public when you subscribe to our YouTube channel, and you're in.